Before I start, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody here tonight who've come to support this campaign. My name is Laura, I'm 18 years old and I play Sarah in the video. I'm currently studying my A-levels at the Portion School. When Kieran asked me if I wanted to act within the video, I jumped at the chance. Being a drama student, I saw it as an amazing opportunity. As well as this, I feel very passionate about mental health and the stigmas attached. I feel like I wanted to raise awareness so that young people can get the support they need. Many young people go through problems feeling scared and alone at this time in their life. They may also feel like they can't talk to anybody as they have the fear that they will not be accepted and labelled as different. We live in a new digital age in a world saturated by the media and the stereotypes that come with that. An example of this is a Tumblr girl, which consists of the perfect figure, skin and hair, which just isn't reality. Young people often feel pressured by the media to look and act in a certain way to fit with what is considered as the representation of beauty. This could lead not just to mental health problems, but to that of eating disorders too. So, I'm here today to tell you my personal story and hope that you will be inspired to help raise awareness for mental health problems. You may take a look at me and think I'm just another normal, happy teenage girl. You couldn't be further from the truth. I was separated from my parents aged 6. I was told it would just be for a few weeks. Those weeks turned into 10 years. During this time, I feel, due to the stress and the uncertainty of what's going on, I started to hear voices in my head. They wouldn't make any sense, and they were so loud, everything else just seemed like a blur. This is where my anxiety and panic attacks started. As a 7-year-old, I didn't understand what was going on or why. I didn't want to tell anyone in case they thought I was going mad, and I was scared of what they were going to do to me, or where they would take me. This continued for a few more years. I learned to deal with the issue, and over time it got less regular. I was still always in fear that this could happen again at any time. I became anxious and started to become oversensitive to smells and sounds, which is something I still find unbearable to this day. I started to worry about myself as I learned the concept of death. Every headache or pain inside my body, I convinced myself I was going to die. I started to have nightmares, and I had the fear of waking up, of not ever waking up again. Life carried on through primary school, and teachers started to see I was different to other students due to dyslexia. This made me feel different from everybody else, and I was embarrassed that the teachers treated me differently, which made other people notice I was different. In fear of not being accepted, I shut myself away from other people. I didn't want to open up and make friends. I didn't want them to reject me because of who I really was. I became an outsider, an easy target for bullies, as I wouldn't fight back. This is where my panic attacks really started, as I was worried about going to school and having people call me names. This was all happening when I was just finding my own identity, which I found didn't fit in with the social norm, which yet again made me more of a vulnerable target. Time passed through secondary school, and I learned to deal with my issues of panic attacks. I hid them. In year 11, I decided to move schools for a fresh start. This was a big summer for me as well, as I moved back in with my parents. I finally felt that I'd got the life I had always wanted. This was a time of great celebration, but it also came with some difficulties. Needless, I started my A-levels at Portion, and my grades went from the average C/Ds to A's and B's. I felt like I'd been given an amazing chance, and I hadn't ever been able to push myself before due to the restrictions of my classes as I had dyslexia. This was an amazing feeling and took my mind off my anxiety and fears. I felt like I had a goal, and I wasn't going to stop until I got the best grades I could. I challenged my issues and made something bigger than what they were. I found this really helped me. Everything was going so perfectly, but you don't just magically recover from problems on a scale like this. I'm not going to go into the details of my darkest times, as they are in the past. I'm not here today to tell you my story and make you feel sorry. I'm here because I want you to hear this and help me, help everybody raise awareness for mental health issues, so that people like me don't have to be alone and feel outcasted from society. You don't know who is suffering from a mental health condition. You can't see that from the outside. In some cases like my own, I would say my issues were raised from my upbringing, but mental health issues can happen to anybody at any time. I want to see a change in the way mental health is ran, and show young people they are not alone in this. God knows I know what it feels like to be in these situations, and I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. This is the first time I've ever opened up to my issues to anybody other than my church. Even my family and my friends do not know the stuff I am saying today, and I hope that you can learn from my experiences. I have come so far, and when I consider the circumstances I've been through, I feel proud of where I am today. I stand before you having completed my AS levels, achieving my predicted grades of ABC, and with an unconditional offer from a university to study drama and theatre studies. I want you to feel inspired by my story, and I want your support to help young people like me get their lives back on track and get the essential support they deserve, which will be life-changing.